Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brenda Mohale. I'm a school net trainer. I'm not alone. I'm with Ms. Pindile Mavunda. She's going to be my moderator for today. Thank you so much for joining in. I hope we're all going to learn and then we are going to able to communicate with us via chat. Any comment or any question you like to ask, please use our chat box to communicate with us. So let's start our session. So today we'll be talking about implement Google Workspace across your business. The agenda of today, discover Google Workspace, boost communication across your business, leverage tools to increase collaboration. Please note that Google is offering one-on-one mentoring. If you own a small business or a charity, use the provided the link. All the information will be provided. What tools do you currently use to communicate and collaborate within your business? So that one will be our first question of the day. What tools do you currently use to communicate and collaborate within your business? Please use our chat box to communicate with us of any question or any comment you like to us to put as a concern. And thank you so much for joining our today's session. Discover Google Workspace. Do you currently use Google Workspace? And if so, how? How do you use your Google Workspace? Okay, the question is, what is Google Workspace? Google Workspace is previously known as a G Suite. It is allocation of cloud computing, productivity and collaboration tool software, and a products development and marketed Google. So which tools are available? So these are the tools that are available for you to use for your Google Workspace. So the Google Doc, the Gmail, Calendar, Drive, Meet, and so on. And please note that there is this, a tool that included such as Google Current, which will be discussed a bit later on, but these tools are the main ones found via Google Workspace. So, and then the core functionality of a Google Workspace. So what do you need to do? You need to create a document and a presentations, record, analyze, and present data, brainstorm ideas, and manage projects and store files, communicate globally. These are the core functions of Google Workspace. So how do you create a document and presentation when you are using Google Docs? So the Google Docs is a word processing for Teams. So you can create, edit text, documents directly in your browser, and then there is several people that can work on the same document. So it's a live document where as a team we can work together. And then every changes, so anytime when you type, there is a change on whatever you are typing, as we are as a team, maybe of 4 or 5 or more than 10. So every changes that you make, it saves and then it got a memory where you can able to go and check who made, who edited previously. And you can see other people what they are typing, and you can able to communicate through the built-in chat and ask questions, including comments. So if you are working on one report and maybe on one documents, maybe you are doing a report, different types of projects. So you can able to, as a manager or as individuals, you can able to ask questions while or comment on certain statements while you are working together. So let's talk about the Google Slides. So the Google Slides too, you can create and edit, and you can polish the presentation in your browser. So there is no software required for you to install. So you can just do it online. And then the same as the Google Doc, several people can work at the same time. You can, and then you always have the latest version. So the Google slide always have the latest versions, and then most can work on one document. So you can all to work on a single presentation online with your business partners, the whole team, or external contacts. You can control on the Google slide, you can also control who gets permission to edit, or who do you want the person to view only, or who can add comment. So you got the right as the owner of the slides. You can do those to who can edit, who can able to view only, and then you don't give permission for person to edit, and then even who can add comment on several. So there is a more, and then it is friendlier, and you can make a beautiful PowerPoint presentation. So let's talk about the record, analyze, and present data. So we're going to talk about forms. How do we use Google Forms? So with Google Form, it's very easy to create a survey and form for everyone, where you can even change it into a link. People, they can able to use it to communicate. You just only send a link to them. You can create a custom data is. You can able to create form of survey questionnaire at extra no cost. And then, so if you are a teacher, you can able to even to make to create a test or examination, or maybe an assignment where learners can able to answer online, and then get the back end answers. And then it gathers everything. The Google Forms, it gathers everything in a spreadsheet and analyze data directly in a Google Sheet. So for example, right now, if you give a questionnaire in a survey, for example, if you say out of a 10, how can you rate your ICT skills? So if you got 4 people, they're saying they are on level 5, some they say they are in level 2. So all that analyzing, the Google's forms will collect the information and create it as a spreadsheet and analyze it for you of out of 10 people, how many are on level 2, how many are on level 5. So you can select from a multiple questions. You can type, drag, drop, record questions. You can customize value, and then you can even paste some videos if there is a need where you need people to understand your questions, even the pictures. So another record, analyze, and presented data. Let's talk about Google Sheet. So the Google Sheet, it collaborates smart and it's secure for fast-moving organization. So the sheet is designed and need to align organization in mind. and then it is cloud-based. It enables you to collaborate with everyone at any time, anywhere. Compatibility with external system. It includes Microsoft Office, and then it removes fractions of working with multiple data source, and it got the built on top Google infrastructure. So the sheet gives you the freedom to create while helping to keep your information secure. So with it too, you can work together as a team, you can comment, and then you can able to restrict people from editing. Even you can only give permission for people to view on Google Sheet. And it is easy to add collaborator to a project. And then is why I said you can able to see the changes occurred, and you can receive notification for edits and what happened while you are away, and the colleagues can chat on it. So these are the examples, or these are the record analysis and present data. Benefit brought by Google Workspace. So it increased collaboration, improved communication, smarter working, and enhanced security. So these are the benefits of that brought by Google Workspace. So let's talk about the increased collaboration. Google Workspace store your information in cloud, and it will enable you to share documents and file with ease, track changes, comment with ideas, and work with colleagues across the project. So you can work together even when you are not in the same building or in the same room. So wherever your colleagues are, you can able to communicate. So it also improves communication. The harness key tool to maintain and improve level of communication across your business. So these are the tools of communication that you can use to improve your business. You can use Google, the Gmail, Google Meet with your meetings, the Google Current, and Google Chat. So these are the improvements of communication. So let's say the Google Gmail. So you are using it for mails, to send mails to your colleagues or anyone who you want to communicate with. The Google Meet is for video conferencing. You can add people when you have your meetings via videos. And then the Google Current is a revolutionary technology to harness deeper communication. And then Google Chat is an instant messaging, more of like your WhatsApp. You can use the Google Chat for instant messaging. Work smarter. So collect, analyze, and turn data into insight. Streamline your workflow and processes, store and manage file, communicate, collaborate via central system. So how do I explain? So you use Google Workspace to help your teams to work smarter, not harder. And then you collect, analyze, and turn the information into a data, the insight, both from customers and from your team. You streamline your workflow and processes, store and manage files, communicate, and collaborate via central system. And then it prevents threats before they happen with your productive security tools that is powered by Google AI. People, they can find the exact file content and knowledge they need. So the built-in AI helps everyone to work with data and turn into insight. So those are the work smarter benefits with Google. Secure your file and data. How do you secure your file and data? So you store documents in files and data on the cloud via Google Drive. Use admin console to centralize your administration. That is how you secure your files and data. Use integrated cloud security features to manage users and set security options like the two-step verification and security keys. Protect your organization with security analytics and the best practice recommendation within security center. Identify and prevent threats with powered AI. So what it's all about is that you need to know the benefit of the Google Workspace and how you set up your Google Workspace account. That is how you secure and store your data. Create your Google Workspace account. So the first step, you need to go to Google workspace.google.com slash sign up slash business starter. And the step 2, put your business name. And then the step 3, add your contacts details. Step 4, choose your domain. Step 5, update your business address. And step 6, set your logins details. How to get a setup on Google Space. Create your business email. Add team members and users. Migrate your data and import files. So I'll pause for questions. Is there any question, please use our chat box to communicate. Any question or any comment, please use our chat box to comment. So I can see there is a comment from Mark Samgelisiwes. He said, yes, I use mainly Gmail, Google Drive, Excel sheet. Yes, thank you very much, Samgelisiwes. So most of our work right now, for it to be more secured, you need to be on cloud base where you can store your information without getting hacked or being used by unauthorized personnel. So let's move on to the next slide. Please use our chat box. Let's communicate as we learn today. Boost communication across your business. How do you boost your communication across your business? So the same question is still, which tool can you use via Google Workspace to boost your communication? Which tools can you use via Google Workspace to boost your communication? So the key communication tools are your Gmail, Google Meet, Google Current, and Google Chat. So those one are the main key communication tools that are offered by Google, and you can use them in your business. Let's talk about your Gmail account. Many organization or individuals right now, we are using Google Gmail account. because of we are all working from home, and then Gmail, I can say 89% of those who are online are using it to communicate with their colleagues, friends, and family. So Gmail enables you to communicate globally with ease, and then it's using Google free Gmail tool. You can send files as attachments, create group and mailing lists, access the integrated calendar in order to stay connected and up to date. And you can use the calendar for both personnel and team use. So the latest Gmail make it easy to stay on top of the work that matters with secure and the ad-free email. As a foundation, you can also chat. You can make voice or video calls and stay on top of the project work within shared file and task, all right in Gmail. You can build customer trust by giving everyone in your company a professional email address at your domain. So you can create that where your organization stated of a name. Because we normally had most of the what do you call scammers, where they intend to say they are hiring, and you'll find that their Gmail account or their company name is personalized on their only names, but without a company name in it. So if you don't know much about it, you normally fall into that trap. So if a company is registered as a company on Google, so the company need to have a professional email address that have a domain name of that company. So, and then the Gmail suggested actions, so like smart reply, smart compose, grammar suggestions, and a lot. And it can help you to stay on top of your work and take care of the simple tasks so you can be more efficient with your time. So sometimes you find that your grammar is not that strong when you want to type in a professional email to your manager or your boss, and then Google Gmail got that feature that can correct you while where you made a grammar error. So these are the best tools for you to use as a key of communication. Okay, right now let's talk about Meet. So Meet keeps your team connected with enterprise-grade video conferencing and built on the robust and secure global infrastructure. So Meet is included within Google Workspace and G Suite for education. So the Meet, it keeps your team connected with a video where you need to have the uh, conference videos with your colleagues as you will be in the different locations. And then it takes advantage of the same secure by designing infrastructure. So it builds in the protection and a global network that Google's that secure your information and safeguard your privacy. And then mid video meetings are encapsulated in trans. So your way of default and anti-abuse measures keep your meeting safe. So it only says that it got a very strong security. And then the Meet is fully integrated with Google Workspace. So you can join meetings directly from a calendar, events, or a email invite. So all these important events, this is right here, when you need them, whenever you are joining from a computer, phone, or a conference room. So it's compatible for all gadgets that we are using. And then with Meet, especially designed for iOS and Android apps. You can use your meetings for the day with all the important information from calendar, then join with a tab. And then the Google Workspace Enterprises Edition also create a dial-in phone number for each meeting, so every guest has a great experience even on the road without a Wi-Fi or a data. So let's talk about the current. So current is you engage with employees, foster small meaningful conversation and stay connected, work forward a common goal, build a community, communicate your ideas and get instant feedback, share ideas with your employees or colleagues and gather input through meaningful, focused discussion on topics that matter to your organization. And with current, you connect with team members no matter where they are. So a person can be overseas, or you can able to meet. And then you discuss the key topics with your colleagues across the organization via post, comment, and you can stay accessible on current so that it refers back to them over time. So the other one important is that you can use current at home. You can stream with it, which ranks by a relevance of each user. So you can follow the text on topics, search for specific information, and find what interests you. So you can manage, moderate context faster with help from the current. And then the key metrics to help admins and users measure engagement and find available insight. So use the Google Current. So now let's talk about the chat, the Google Chat. Google Chat is more of an instant messaging. So you can use it to chat, to help the team to build the business communication. It securely connect with everyone you work with and take group work to the next level with a shared chat file and task. Chat is offered to Google Workspace customer at no additional cost. Upload items from Drive, collaborate on Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides. You can join online meeting with Meet or use Google powerful search to look up for rooms member on the past conversation and file shared. And then the Google Chat also have a Drive box where it lets you know when the files are shared with you, the comments that are made when people request access to your Google Docs or your Google Sheet. And also it got the Meet board, which integrate directly with calendar to schedule meetings for you. So also the Google Chat it builds a Google Workspace security with ecosystem and offers integrated solution and reliable compliant. So the features of Google Meet is very vital for the organization and a company to use. Top tips to maximize your communication. The first, recreate in-person communication. 2, stay organized. 3, create team mailing lists. 4, set up project or team rooms. So let's talk about the recreate in-person communication. So when you create in-person communication, so when you set up the communication with your colleagues, you schedule regular Teams calls, check-ins via Google Meets or Hangouts, with connect with your colleagues and teams across the globe, brainstorm ideas, work on team projects and hold visual events, join from mobile and desktop devices. Stay organized. So when you stay organized, Google Calendar is where you can able to improve your communication across teams through Google Calendar. You can create multiple team calendar to track meetings, training sessions, vacations, and more. You can improve visibility and organization by ensuring all members remain connected. How you create a team mailing list. You create a Google group email list, send status updates, share resources, increase visibility and foster community. And then the last one, set up project or teams, team room. So it helps a team member stay connected by creating a room in a Google chat or chat in Gmail. And it encourages teams members to work, to network each other, share project ideas, exchange thoughts on best practice, and create a stronger sense of community. So I'll pause for questions. If there is a question or any comment on our chat box, please keep it coming. We really need those questions, those what do you call the comments. Please keep it coming. Don't forget to talk to communicate with us on Google our chat box. Pardon. So I see Queen Sefala. I think she was talking about the question was asked on which tools you are using for business. She said Gmail, and then again she said the Google Meet. So those are the most important tools that one can able to use. And due to our status of pandemic, so most of people, they are joining and are aware of the current tools that I use. I can see a lot of people right now, they can able to schedule the meetings, whether online, even if it's not a business meetings, they can schedule for parties, baby showers online, visually, so people they can join in. So that it shows that most people, they are more advanced when coming to ICT and the use of Google tools. So right now, let's talk about leverages tool to increase collaboration. So which tool can you use on Google Workspace to increase collaboration? Tools like collaboration across project and teams. So you brainstorm ideas, share work files, make suggestions and tag colleagues, track changes, and track changes. So one of them is a gym board. A gym board is harness the power of digital whiteboard to share ideas and improve brainstorming sessions. So the gym board is connected to the cloud and enables people in different locations to work together in real time through multiple touch print. The Google Drive, many are using this, even myself. So the Google Drive, it stores files on the cloud via Google Drive, enables you to share working documents, presentations, sheets with ease, encourage collaboration, and work one file at a time. So the Google Drive is a workspace that provide flexible storage option. So you will always have enough space for your files with centralized administration, with no data loss prevention, and it drives you that you can easily manage users and file sharing to help to meet a data compliance needs. Using Google Drive, you can share or store your teamwork in secure, easy to manage shared space. Any file added to shared drive are owned collectively by the team, so anyone stays up to date when you're using Google Drive. And then it helps to collaborate on live documents and files. And then you share comments, tag and edit Teams documents with ease. So those are the most beneficial comments about Google Drive. Make suggestions and tag colleagues. How do we make suggestions and we tag colleagues? So you edit shared document in a real time, reducing the need to send file back and forth. And then you suggest changes, comment with idea, and tag colleagues to increase visibility and boost collaboration. By simply type at followed by your colleague's name on the document, that is how you tag your colleague. Reply to comment and track changes so that you can improve them before implementation. How do we track changes when we talked when we were making tagging your colleagues? You are collaborating with several people on a single file. It can be difficult to pinpoint who made a certain change and when. So it keeps track of changing and shared files by identify the changes and who made them. So when you have them on your Google Drive and then or you edit them on your documents, it is when you edit to your colleagues is when you can able to see who made changes and what time. You can also revert to a previous version of the documents that you are working on together. And then the Google Workspace enables you to view all the edits and made to your documents and files. And it restricts access, track changes, and improve suggestions to ensure that collaboration efforts are managed and reviewed effectively. So how do you review changes? You need to follow these steps. You open your file in Google Drive. From step two, you from the doc or sheet or a slide, you select file, and then you say the version or history. See the version history. You need to own or editor access to the file. And step three of that, you click on the time step to see a previous version of the file. Below the timestamp, you will see. So you will see the name of the people who edited the document, the color next to each person name, the edited by made appear of that color. So you'll see who have opened and who have edited. So you can revert the name or copy a previous version, click, and you can restore the version to make it active version. You can name this version to the name of previous version, and you can also make a copy. That is how you can track changes on an editable document. I'll pause for question if we have any question, any comment. And I hope that we are learning today, because these are some of the things that some we are doing it each and every day. And those who were not aware of the Google Workspace, I hope we are learning. And I hope we are still online. Thank you so much for staying online. Please use our chat to ask questions or comment. So this is a reminder that Google is offering one-on-one mentoring available for those who are owning small businesses or charity. Please use the link provided to learn more of Google benefits that they are offering to us. So the question is, what is the next step? We have learned how we can create a business, a Google business, where we can use our business name as a domain so that it shows to be legit, or actually is a legit way to improve your business, where people they can able to direct back to you on an email. We also have learned the tools that we can communicate with, where we can collaborate as colleagues wherever we are. And then we also learned that those of some of the tools, or all of those tools that we talked about, like a Google Doc and then Google Sheets and then the Google Slides, we can able to edit together as a team or as colleagues in one organization. We can able to see the history of who edited of what time, and then if there is a information that was deleted, we can able to restore it back and or make a copy so that we can make our work more easily to work with. So the question I'm asking, what is the next step? Were you aware that Google have a Gmail as a tool where you can send, receive emails that is customized, and then you can able, when you want to write an email and your grammar is a little bit lacking, it can able to assist you to improve on your grammar, which will have auto corrections on some of the words that are misspelled, and the Google Drive, where you can able to store all your information on the cloud, where it's saved and secured without of any interruption of anyone. And then you can able to create a document where you can share with others, and then you can restrict it for certain people only to view it, or you can allow certain people to edit it, or you can only allow people to make a comment. So those are some of the summary of what we have learned today. So as a business person, or if you want to embark in a journey of using the Google tools workspace, which one of these will be your number one app to use? What is your next step? Please use our chat box to communicate with us what you have learned today, what will be your next step, or out of those tools, which one really stand for out for you, or those who stand, the one that are stand out for you, which one are you currently using as organization or as individual, and which one it really works for you and your business. For example, we now all the businesses are using Google Forms to do their surveys or of reviews. If you have used a certain career or a certain a service provider, and then you find that they will send you a link to rate or the level of your experience with them. So those kind of forms that they are sending is Google Forms. So it will give you an idea if you are a business person to use that kind of initiative where you can be able to create your own Google form and send it to your customer so that they can review your business and you can able to improve on your business. So you can find us on social media, on Facebook, on Twitter, and on Instagram. On Facebook, we are Google Skills for Africa. On Twitter, it's Google Skills Africa. And then on Instagram is Google Skills AF. You can also find us at SchoolNet on our Facebook is SchoolNet South Africa. On Twitter, we are SchoolNet South Africa. And then on Instagram, we are SchoolNet South Africa. Thank you so much for joining in on today's session. I hope we have learned a lot. If there is no any question or comment, okay, I can see there is a comment from Spongile Jonas. He say, use a smarter subject in your emails. Make your subject a specific headline of your messages so that the right message are linked together and easier to find. Yes, that's true. So when I had an experience where you find an email that doesn't have a subject, and then sometimes it's very scary to even open it. So when you use a subject as a heading of the content of your email, it is very easy for another person to open it, even if it's after some days or months you want to locate that email. It will be easier for one to type in that heading that you used, or can use a keyword of your email to say, okay, for example, I'm looking for last week's budget, the budget of September. So by typing September budget, you can able to retrieve the email faster and easier. So it's very important that we use a headline, we make our subject on our emails as a headline so that it can be easily recognized. Thank you so much, Ms. Sibongile Jonas, for your comment. It really struck where I forgot to mention that there's some people that even now they cannot can I able to send an email where there's no a subject and it's very scary for one to open it. So, and I even ask a question, which of the tools are we currently using and it stand out for us? So I believe that for Miss Spongile Jonas is going to be the Gmail, which is part of the Google workspace. Uh, we got the current, we got the chat, and we got the meet. So which of the what do you call the Google Workspace stand out now for you as you are working on your company or organization? I hope those comments and question will be upon coming. Don't forget us to find us on social media. And then thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for availing yourself at this time of the day and learning more about Google Workspace, how to implement your Google Workspace. Thank you so much and have a great afternoon.